Today we have another young Indian with us in the Voice of the Young series. Hello, everybody. Good to be with you once again. Today we have with us Yashveer Singh. Over to you, Yashveer.
Uh, Hello, everyone. So my name is Yashveer, and thank you, Professor, for inviting me for this your Videped, and it's really honor to be here. And hello, everyone. So I'm from Bundelkhand region in India, particularly Jalan district, if we talk about. And Bundelkhand region is known to be for like particularly two topics. One, decades. Second, if we talk about it's like more of the economy that runs through agriculture and farming only. So it was because my mom and dad that I got encouraged to pursue my studies and move to area which have better schools. They got me enrolled into Birla School Plani. It's in Plani town in Rajasthan, Haryana border, and it's run by BET and BITS Plani. So during my time there, I was deeply interested into sports, actively participating into national and state competitions. And I spent my whole schooling in participating into these competitions. And my sports that I competed professionally were I was equestrian and tennis player, and I competed at national and also achieved little bit of like whatever I say medals there. Like, that's it. So I never considered myself to be in focusing on academics I would do something academics. I was totally into sports. I was training for that. I thought of myself I would become some athlete in future and doing something for our country and things like that. But it was after my 12th. I cleared IIT. I topped DU JET. DU JET was an exam for taking admission in BMS, BB, and BFIA course in Delhi University. So my parents suggested me, why not you join some central university? You can play for their team, and it would allow my to continue in academics also, and it will also help me continuing my sport journey. So I got enrolled into Bachelor's of Business Economics, and it's in DU, and my college was Aryabhatta College. So during my time there, despite not still not taking academics very seriously, I was still into sports. I was going for competitions, going for states. It was in my third year that my professor, I would give shout out to her, like Dr. Tripti Sangwan. Uh, she taught me macroeconomics and sparked my journey to economics. So she told me, why not give some time to your studies now and just focus on what you are studying, why you got admission to this college. And really, I really started taking my studies seriously. So around the same time, I started working with MP from Haryana. So his name was Kuldeep Bisnoy. He's son of Chaudhry Bhajan Lal, one of the longest serving chief minister of Haryana.
Yeah.
So started working with him. So I was working in Mandi Adampur area, and this experience introduced me to field research and writing about policy issues in India, and particularly in agrarian economy. And this thing particularly captivated my interest in working on ground-related issues in India. Following that, I thought I should do some PG courses. So I gave a lot of examination that particularly every econ student do in India. I cleared some. I started my 1 year PG course in Gokhale Institute in Pune. Uh, After completing my education there, I started working as a consultant in a private firm. I was working as an contract employee, and one of our client was one of the big four in investment banking. So my work there as an consultant was to rate financial issuers on the basis of their account statement, their annual reports. But in particular, we are providing ratings to them. What you see, like if you say, like Moody's have provided such rating to this company, or Morgan Stanley have provided such rating to this company on the basis of their financial statement. During this, I started working for another research lab. So I got fellowship from a research lab called Civic Data Lab. And while doing my job only, I started studying about government budget expenditure. And so I used to provide recommendation to different government how they should provide their data in machine readable format. So it would be easier for research labs to do research on them and provide insights to general public, and a more regular and rural people from India can see what government is spending on them, how their money is getting spent. So I worked on treasury data, I worked on girl child right, and I started analyzing different government policies. How is money being spent on particular area and region? This particular experience made me realize significance of open data and data transparency in India. So I got into data from this particular experience. I thought I would do something in it only in future. So especially the change it bring to people from rural India when they see that particular amount of money is being spent on paper on us, but there is no change in our area. If we see it, uh, if we go physically there. For one example, in the district treasury data, there's been written that for particular one hand pump, government spending 20 lakh rupee and 5 lakh rupee. And if you talk about that to local people, they would say this cost only 30,000 rupee. What
Yeah.
government is showing on paper.
Yeah.
So I from there I realized the importance of open data and data transparency in India. And there is a huge issue that government usually publish their papers in such a long PDFs that no general citizen can go through it and check how much money is being spent on their particular area. So I started working from there. I made some databases for that organization. I wrote recommendation to different governments. We were working with government of Assam particularly. Uh, at the same time, I started working with an organization called Rethinking Economics India. And I left my full-time job. I thought I would continue in academics and I would work with particularly these organizations rather than working in corporate. So I started working with this organization called Rethinking Economics. I was working on a project called Project Diversity. Our project particularly investigate the participation of women in econ academy in India.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm working on a report which particularly investigate that most of the econ students in India are women. If you see, even in rural India, even if you see top universities, most of them have like greater participation of women rather than men. But if you see top journals, only 28% of women are authors there. So
Mm-hmm.
what's an issue? What's an issue that women are not into research? Even if you see brain drain, a lot of women are going out of India. There is a different issue that they are getting married at young age, or they are not getting that much opportunity that they can write in top journals. So we are investigating that, and that report will be out in within 1 or 2 months.
Okay.
For that report currently is in RTI phase. We are writing RTIs to different colleges and research institutes publish their data about their participation rate on different positions, like how many female professors are there, how many female RAs are there, and questionnaire is done, and we will publish our report within few months.
All right.
After this, I s- after I also told you I left my full-time job, I started working as a full-time employee at Flame University, again as a research associate. So here again, I'm working on particular project which currently revolves around collecting and synthesizing local data and cultures, creating a micro encyclopedia, I can say, about local stories, local places that nobody knows about. So particularly if you see in Pune, there are certain areas which are very famous, but everybody knows about those areas. But when we go to some remote district in India, nobody knows what culture is there, what things are there
Yeah.
which are famous. So we are creating district level, and even we will try in next phase that taluka level encyclopedia thing for India,
Okay.
and that report will have all the data. If you see any, let it be health indicator, let it be uh, expenditure or everything, you will get it district wise and taluka wise in India. We are working on that.
Yeah.
And so my primary focus for my future would be to make data more accessible to the public.
Yeah.
Uh, And that's it. I would be joining Ashoka University within next week for my master's program, and I'm excited for that.
So, what did you do at
Also,
Gokhale? What did you study at Gokhale?
I studied financial economics
But
there.
what degree? No degree?
Uh, it was 1 year master's in financial economics.
So, but now you're going to go for another master's?
Yeah, I'm going for another master's at Ashoka,
Yeah,
and it would be full-time 2 year master course.
yeah,
I'm also an researcher at Women in Economics Initiative. It's based in Germany.
yeah.
So we are making index like country-wise index and properly index that monitors and tracks the participation representation of women economists in senior position across academic, private, and public sectors globally.
And do they pay you, or you are just doing it out of goodness of heart?
Uh, I'm currently not getting paid, but yeah, I'll try to achieve something from it, I would say.
Okay, fine. All right. And you said you are from the Bundelkhand region. So tell us a little bit about the region and your upbringing there. What is you are saying districts and talukas are unknown. So why don't you tell us a little bit about Bundelkhand?
So currently, if you tell, there are only, I would say, a lot of people doesn't know. Major Dhyan Chand was from there,
Yes,
and if you see, there is a news channel called Lallan Top.
yes.
So Saurabh Devi, the founder of Lallan Top, he's from that particular region from where I am. And but lot of people doesn't know about that reason. And if you say there are two types of famous food there, khada khana and like kacha khana and paka khana. So
Seems to be frozen. We are back after the glitch in recording. So Yashveer, please continue.
so I was telling about particularly Bundelkhand region, an interesting thing about that area. So it usually so it is in particularly some area of Bundelkhand is in Madhya Pradesh and some of it is in Uttar Pradesh and a little bit of part is in Rajasthan. So they have different, not I would say different, but food where we know that there is like pakka and kacha khana. And we usually, the issues that I would want to talk about there is, there are not that good, we don't have that much good college there. And there is only one central university in Bundelkhand region called Bundelkhand University. And there are no good quality colleges. So most of the students who are from Bundelkhand region, they either go to Allahabad or either they go to Delhi for their preparations. They get themselves registered at local colleges and they just go out for their government job preparations. Most of the students who are from there. So I would say academically or academic wise, that reason deprive a lot of things. And again, most of the people who are from there are farmers and are into agrarian sector. Again, we know like conditions of farmers in India, it's not that good. And also after like recent environmental changes, water level issue is already there. So particularly three issues are there. Uh, but there are a lot of heritage sites also in Bundelkhand region. If we say Jhansi, Orcha,
Yeah,
Khajuraho,
yeah.
and like famous UNESCO World Heritage sites are there.
Yeah, I know. We are all and the dacoity. We also know that.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Kaiti, it's not that, I would say, it's not that frequent now, but yeah, the Bundelkhand region is famous for the Kaiti.
yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else you want to add at this point, Yashvi?
No, sir, thanks a lot for this opportunity to say, like, to present our, I would say, to show our journey on your Videped, and thank you for inviting me.
Okay.
And
So let's say bye to the viewers. I'll be back with another young person or an expert next time. Till then, bye.